The balloon monkey has a lot of dynamic qualities about it. It has a lot of energy. You see it, it inspires you, it causes awe. Because of the reflective surface, it continues to affirm to the viewer that, the art happens inside them. When you move around, the abstraction changes. All of a sudden, the light changes. Everything is dependent on you, so it continues to affirm you. It's in this permanent optimism. You have a depth within the surface of these sculptures. You have this vastness of color, this simplicity, this minimalism, and at the same time, a surface you can just bounce right off of.
Toulouse-Lautrec was a very extrovert, vivacious character in Montmartre. He had been attracted to Montmartre as a place where the high society and the working classes would come together in the dance halls. During the last decade of the 19th century, Toulouse-Lautrec went behind the doors of the Maison Close. These were the legal, regulated houses of prostitution. When he went there, he would be a repeat customer, but people already knew who he was because he already had some success as an artist, and his posters were well known in Montmartre. His childhood illness, which had led to his physical disabilities, gave him a vulnerability which, paired with his vivacious nature, made it easy for him to build a rapport with the working class women that he made his subjects. So from this came one of his most famous series, his Bordello series, of which this is an exquisite example. In this painting, we see two women who appear separately in many other works and together in at least one other work that we know that's in the Musée d'Orsay. It's an intimate scene. We are witnessing a young woman, la femme tatouée, who's being gently helped to get ready. Is it for her next client? It could be for a performance. It's a particularly full scene with two women who are loosely sketched, very quickly rendered in the artist's trademark peinture à l'essence, which is a special technique he used where he mixed turpentine with the oils to make it more fluid so that he could quickly capture what was happening in front of his eyes. The painting is coming to us after more than a century in the care of one collecting family in Europe. The painting was acquired in 1922 directly from Jost and Lucy Hessel, who were great patrons in the end of the 19th century in Paris and would have known Toulouse-Lautrec. The most distinguishing feature of the painting is the swirling lines in the center on the upper arm of the main protagonist, which gives the painting its intriguing title, La Femme Tatouée. There was a growing trend for tattoos in Paris amongst both the working class and the fashionable elite. Toulouse-Lautrec may have been subtly referencing Japanese woodcut prints. In La Femme Tatouée, he appears to draw influence from the clearly tattooed courtesans. It's been said that the tattoos were references of names of lovers that were most often in their thoughts. A similar mood seems to be captured here in this moment. The woman has her eyes closed, she's looking down, perhaps thinking of her person, her lost paramour that captured her heart indelibly.
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to Christie's in London for, thank you, sir, for our 20th and 21st century sale put together by my colleagues Anna Touzin and Michelle McMullen and their respective teams here in King Street. I'm Adrian Meyer, and I'm delighted to have you with us here at King Street. Welcome to all of you joining us online from across the globe, including newborn Tristan Carter. My colleague Raoul Patel will be taking bids from the West Room. Good evening, Raoul. Can you hear me?
Good evening, Adrian. We can hear you in the West Room.
Terrific. Welcome. Before we begin, a few sale room notices. Please note that the purchase price payable is the sum of the final bid plus the buyer's premium and all applicable taxes. Bidders should note that the auctioneer may open the bidding on any lot below the reserve by placing a bid on behalf of the seller. I, as the auctioneer, may continue to bid on behalf of the seller up to the amount of the reserve, either by placing consecutive bids or by placing bids in response to other bidders. Lots 8, 14, 36, 38, and 47 have now been financed by a third party who may be bidding on the lot and may receive a financing fee from Christie's. In addition, lots 16, 19, 22, 38, 8, and 40 are now subject to a minimum price guarantee and have been financed by a third party who may be bidding on the lot and may receive a financing fee from Christie's. Please see the important notices in the sale catalogue for full details. Lot 20, 26, 39A, and 42 have been withdrawn. And with this, good luck to everyone in the room and online and on the telephones with my colleagues. And let's begin with lot number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Scheherazade, coming from a distinguished British collection. Thank you, Olivia, shown here in front of you. And for this beautiful gouache from 1947, interest, of course, and we should start here at 280, 300,000, and 20 at 320,000, at 350,000. Welcome, sir, 350,000 in the room. At 350, 380,000, 400,000, at 400,000 is here, up front, against all the telephones for now, at 400,000, with you, sir, for now, at 400,000. Here, against all of you, at 400,000 and 20, at 450,000, back in the room, at 450. At 450, still with you, at 450, against you, Olivier. Maria, Joanna, at 450,000. It is still here with you, at 460,000, 480,000 right away, at 480, still in the room. 500,000 and 20, at 520. At 500, would you like 550? It is here, selling to the gentleman for 520, against you. Ronnie, Zin, and Imo for 520,000. Fair warning, with the gentleman here in the room at 520, still with you. 560,000, would you like 580? 580,000 back in the room. At 580, ahead of you online, at 580,000. That's against you, at 580. 600,000. at 600,000. With Ronnie from a Tel Aviv office here in London. Are we sure? We can try 620 if you wish. 600,000 then. Back here with you, Honey. Against you, Keith. And Fulk at 600,000 pounds. It's still with you. And against you, Filippo. 600,000, still with you. At 600,000. Fair warning to you, Nick and Tara, for 600,000 pounds against all the telephones here on your right, ladies and gentlemen. 620,000 back with Olivier. Would you like 640, Ronnie? At 620 now. For the first lot of this evening's sale, at 620,000. And selling for 620, unless 640,000. At 640. Olivier, at 640,000, 660 if you wish, selling otherwise to Ronnie's telephone and against all the other telephones for 650,000. $660,000. At 660. At 660, with you, Ronnie, then, and selling, fair warning to the other phones and the room for 660,000 pounds. Last on 670,000. $680,000 in a new place with Zin Lee. Welcome, Zin, at 680,000. On a new telephone at 680,000. With you, Zin. Against you, Ronnie. Against you, Olivier. At 680,000 with a new telephone. With Zin Lee. 690,000. $700,000. At 700 now. Try 720, Ronnie. At 700,000 with Zin Lee's telephone. Against you, Ronnie. I'm going to sell it for 700,000 pounds. Last chance, Ronnie, at 700,000 pounds. Just say yes or no, or perhaps selling otherwise to Zin's telephone. Ronnie, stay with me. At 700,000 with Zin Lee's telephone. For you, Zin, congratulations, paddle 862. The Picasso, lot number 2, 1969, shown here. Thank you, Oliver. And let's start here at 500,000, 550,000, at 550, 600,000 with the gentleman here in the room, at 600,000 right away, with the gentleman here, with the connoisseur in the room, at 650. At 700,000 with the lady now. At 700,000 against both of you. 750,000 way back. 800,000 with the lady. At 800,000 and 50. Would you like 9? At 850, way back seated. At 850,000, it is with you here, against you in the middle, with you way in the back at 850,000. Are we sure? At 850 then, it is with you seated, way in the back of 900,000. One more. At 900,000, with Giovanna Bertazzoni's telephone. Chris is present for Europe here at 900,000 pounds. Fair warning to you in the back. One more, would you like 920? Selling other 920,000 with you in the back at 920. Would you like 950? At 920,000, with you seated and selling against all the telephones here at 920,000 pounds and selling for 920,000 with the gentleman seated in the back, fair warning up front at 920,000 pounds. Sold to you to paddle 5. Lot 3, L'Invité, 1956 Magritte, shown here with Oliver. And let's start here at 550, 650, at 650,000 now. At 650,000 against you, at 650,000. At 650, 700,000 with Olivier Camus, of course, at 700,000 now. It is with you, Olivier, at 720,000, 740,000 now. At 760 it is. No, against you at 760 with Olivier. At 760,000 pounds. With Olivier, can you 800,000? Back with Giovanna now at 800,000. At 800,000. With you, Giovanna. And selling ahead of you in the room for 800,000 pounds, or roll through at 800,000. Last chance in the room or online at 800,000 pounds with Giovanna's telephone. Sold to paddle 838. The Ed Rusche, lot number 4, music, 1969. Thank you, Peter, shown here. Last exhibited at the Whitney Museum. A beautiful work, the only one featuring this word. And let's start here at 180, 90, 200,000, at 200,000, of course, at 200,000, 220,000 with you, sir. In the room at 220, 240,000, at 220, 260,000. No, at 260 then, with you, seated at 260. At 260,000. With a gentleman here in the room at 260. At 260. Against all the telephones. It's still with you at 260. Against you, Jonah, Maria, and Rebecca for 200, and Catherine at 260 with a gentleman, 280,000. Would you like 300? Yes? One more? At 280. It is now on the phone. No? At 280, it is here and selling. 290 perhaps, selling otherwise for 290,000. $300,010? No, at 300 then. With you, Joanna, and selling for 300,000 pounds against Joanna Maria at 300,000 pounds. Going you, Joanna's phone at 300. Sold to paddle 881. On to lot number 5, the Jenny Saville self-portrait. Beautiful work shown here, ladies and gentlemen. And let's start here at 150, 60, 170,000, at 180,000 with Catherine Arnold here, at 180,000, 190,000 right away, 200,000, at 210,000 with Joanna Flaum now, 220,000 back with Catherine, at 220, and it's against you in the back, at 220,000. At 220,000 with Catherine Arnold, against you, Joanna, 240,000 in a new place with Veronica, 250,000 now, at 250 against the 4 of you. At 250, 260,000. At 260, back with you, Veronica. At 260, against the 3 of you now. At 270,000. $280,000. At 280 then, with you, Veronica, ahead of you in the room. Are we all through in the room? At 280,000 pounds and selling to the phone for 280, last chance, at 280. Still time. Go for it, Edmond. Selling otherwise at 280, Edmond, 290,000. 300,000. Thank you, Edmond, and selling to you, Veronica, for 300,000 pounds. Pal 857. Lot 6, the Cecily Brown, The Skin of Our Teeth. Major work by the artist shown on your right, ladies and gentlemen, here at King Street. One of the very few artists who benefited from a show at the Met during her lifetime. And for this beautiful work, we shall start here at 1,800,000, 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, 2 million, of course, at 2 million, 2,200,000, 2,400,000 up front here, at 2,400,000. No, it's here at 2,400,000. At 2,400,000 now, at 2,400,000 in the room, against you behind, at 2,400,000, with a lady here, at 2,400,000, against the telephones, at 2,400,000 pounds. Still with you, at 2,400,000. I'm going to sell it at 2,400,000 pounds. Do you want to have it in dollars, Zin? At 2,400,000. It is still with you. With the lady in the room. 1999, a pivotal year for her career. First show at the Gagosian Gallery. Zin, stay with us. At 2,400,000. Do you want to bid? 2,480,000. At 2,480,000, next would be 2.6, if you wish. At well, be careful because, you know, then the bids can't, so 2,500,000 if you wish, at 2,500,000. So it's now 2.5 already back in the room. At 2,500,000. With the lady here, at 2,500,000. At £2,500,000 with a lady here. Against Zinli's telephone. We're out. Thanks for your bid and selling to you for £2,500,000. Congratulations to paddle 4. On to lot 7, ladies and gentlemen. Lot 7, Ria, magnificent Lucian Freud painting shown here at King Street. Ria sat for over 16 months for Freud, major work which was exhibited at the National Portrait Gallery and perhaps one of its largest nude of the late series in existence. And we should start here at £7 million, at £7,500,000, at £7,500,000, at £8 million with David Lindley, at £8 million here. No, it's at £8 million with David Lindley here. Christie chairman for UK at £8,500,000 now, at £8,500,000, at £8,500,000 now, £9 million, at £9 million back with David, at £9 million for the Freud with David Lindley's phone. At £9 million. It is with you for now at £9 million against you in the room at £9,500,000, 10 million, at 10 million. What should we do? At £10 million, back with you, David. At £10 million, going to David's telephone. And I can sell it for £10 million to David's telephone. And we're all through. At £10 million then, last chance. At £10 million with David's telephone, last chance online. And you here in the room at £10 million with David's telephone. Congratulations, David. Paddle 7002. On to lot 8. Lucian Freud's Head of a Woman for this portrait of Susanna Chancellor shown here. Thank you, Olivia. And let's start here at 1,700,000, 1,800,000, 1,900,000, 2 million at £2 million now. 2,200,000 with Catherine Arnold at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at 2,400,000, 2,600,000 now. At 2,600,000, back with you, Catherine, against you in the room. At 2,600,000 and against you here. At 2,600,000. Are we sure? Selling then to Catherine's phone. At 2,600,000, 2,800,000. Welcome, Yuge. At 2,800,000. No, with you, Yuge. At 2,800,000. Fair warning to you in the back. At 2,800,000. At 2,800,000. Are we all through? At 2,800,000, then selling to you, Yuge, for £2,800,000. Sold to 8 to paddle 820. On to lot 9. The superb self-portrait by Franz Goethe, the only one by the artist of his very limited work. And we shall start here at 1,400,000, 1,500,000, 1,600,000, at 1,600,000, 1,700,000 right away with Catherine Arnold, 1,800,000, 1,900,000, at 1,900,000 now, at 2 million, 2,100,000, at 2,100,000, back with Catherine Arnold here, the Vice Chairman of the Department in London, at £2,100,000, fair warning to the room, are we sure? At 2,100,000 for the Goethe, and selling to you, Catherine, last chance on the phones or online, at £2,100,000. Sold to you, 2-1. And your paddle is 7003. Start over, please. Lot number 10, shown on your right, ladies and gentlemen, this superb Ed Ruscha. And let's start here at 1,112,13 at 1,300,000, at 1,400,000. Welcome, Nick, at 1,400,000 with Nick Sink with 1,500,000, 1,600,000, at 1,700,000, 1,800,000, at 1,800,000. Back with Nick Sink with telephone from the New York department at 1,800,000, at 1,800,000 with Nick Sink with telephone, 1,900,000. Welcome, Anna Maria. at 1,900,000 with Anna Maria Celis. Would you like 2 at 1,900,000? With Anna Maria Celis' telephone here at 1,900,000. 2 million, welcome to you online at 2 million now in a new place. Would you like 2, Anna Maria? At 2 million. It is with you now online at £2 million. At 2 million. It is for you. 2,100,000. At 2,000,001. At 2,100,000. Back with Anna Maria's phone, against you, Nick, still. At 2,100,000. Coming back. At 2,000,001, selling otherwise to Anna, 2,200,000 with Alex Rotter in a new place now. We needed some drama against you, Anna Maria, at 2,000,002 now with Alex Rotter's telephone, the chairman of the department. One more, Anna Maria, at 2,200,000. Would you like 2,300,000? At 2,200,000, 2,300,000, yes, at 2,300,000, 2,400,000. At 2,400,000. At 2,400,000. With Alex now, against you, Anna Maria, and you all in the room. 2,500,000, 2,600,000. No, at 2,600,000. Then with Alex, we're sure, still time if you wish, for the Ed Rouchet. At £2,600,000, going to you, Alex. Fair warning to the room at 2,600,000. Sold to 6. Congrats. Paddle 811. On to lot 11, the Sarrazé Spell. Beautiful work. Only the third time the artist is offered at auction. And let's start here at 420,000, 450,000 now, at 450, at 480,000, of course, at 480 now, at 480,000 for the large Sarrazé, at 480,000 now, 500,000 with Marielos from the Client Advisory Department in New York, at 550,000, 600,000, right away back with Maria. No? At 600,000 with you, Maria. At £600,000 for you then, and selling at 600,000, fair warning to the room, at £600,000. Last chance on the phones at 600. Sold to you, paddle 809. Thank you, Nick. Lot 12, ladies and gentlemen, the superb de Kooning coming from the collection of Eric Clapton, shown here. Untitled 18 from 1986, which was included in the 1987 Biennale show at the Whitney. And we should start here at £2 million, at 2,200,000, at 2,200,000, at 2,400,000 with Nick Finch at 2,400,000 up front, at 2,600,000, 2,800,000 with Nick Finch up front, and I can sell it for £2,800,000 up front with Nick Finch. It is with Nick Finch here up front for £2,800,000 for Eric Clapton's de Kooning at 2,800,000. Against you, Alex and Sarah and Claudia at 2,800,000. With you, Nick, at £2,800,000. At 2,800,000. At 2,850,000. What a gentleman. It is for you, Anna Maria, at 2,850,000. Thank you, Nick. For you then, and against you in the room, at £2,850,000. Sold to you, Anna Maria, to paddle 886. On to lot 13, the Jeff Koons Balloon Monkey, the blue version having been the most widely exhibited of the series and the only one in this color. And we should start here for this superb example at 4,200,000, 4,500,000, 4,800,000, 5 million, at 5 million, 5,500,000 with you, Stephanie, at 5,500,000, at 5,500,000. Here, against you, Jill, at 5,500,000, at £5,500,000. 6 million, 6,300,000, at 6,000,003. It is back with you, Stephanie, and selling for 6,300,000 to Stephanie's phone against you all here at 6,300,000 pounds with Stephanie's phone against you, Edmond and Christian for 6,300,000 pounds, selling the Jeff Koons here at King Street to you, Stephanie, paddle 7005. The Richard Prince, lot 14, the cowboy shown on the screen and behind you here at King Street. And let's start here at 650, 700,050, at 750 to 800,000 with Nick Sinque right away at 800,050, of course, at 850 now, at 850, 900,000 and 50, 1 million, 1,100,000 with Sarah Friedlander at 1,000,001 with you, Sarah, at 1,000,001 now. At 1,000,001, 1,200,000 with you, Edmond, at 1,000,002, 1,000,003, at 1,000,003, 1,000,004, at 1,000,000, one more, at 1,000,004. It is with Edmond against you, Sarah, at 1,000,004, and ahead of you online, at 1,000,004. 1,500,000, back with Nick. At 1,500,000. At 1,500,000 then, it is back with you, 1,600,000. Against you, Fleur, at 1,600,000. One more, yes, 1,700,000. At 1,700,000. Edmond, at 1,700,000. Going to Nick's telephone. No, we're done. Thank you, Edmond, and selling to Nick's phone for 1,700,000. Sold 1,700,000 to paddle 70919. On to lot 15, the Richard Prince nurse, shown on the screen. Lot 15, and we shall start here at 2,200,000, 2,400,000, at 2,400,000, at 2,600,000 with Keith Gill, Vice Chairman here of the department in London, at 2,600,000, 2,800,000, of course, at 2,800,000, at 2,800,000, 3 million, at 3 million now, at 3 million. Back with you, Keith, again, 3,200,000, at 3,200,000, yes, of course, at 3,200,000. 3,400,000, of course, at 3,400,000. At 3,400,000. It is here, back with you, for 3,400,000 and against you in the room, at 3,400,000. Against you all here and online, at 3,400,000 for the nurse, at 3,400,000. At 3,400,000 with Keith Gill's phone. Last chance. Olivier, Otti, and Maria at 3,400,000 with Keith, at 3,400,000 with you, Keith. Last chance, everyone else. For what? At 3 million, try 345, Olivier. At 3,400,000, it should be 36. At 3,400,000 with Keith. Last chance at $3,425,000, setting dangerous precedents here with Olivier Camus' telephone. At £3,425,000 pounds. It is for you and selling against you all in the room at 3.25. Sold paddle 823. On to lot 16, La Femme Tatouée. Beautiful Toulouse-Lautrec shown here, coming from a very important Swiss collection where it's been for over 3 generations. And we shall start here at 1,400,000, 1,500,000, at 1,500,000, 1,600,000 with Maria Loss from the Client Advisory Department in New York at 1,600,000 on the first telephone at 1,600,000. At 1,600,000. With you, Maria, for now at 1,600,000, at 1,700,000, 1,800,000, at 1,800,000. Against you, Joseph, at 1,800,000. Back with you, Maria, at 1,800,000 and ahead of you online at 1,800,000 for the Toulouse-Lautrec and selling at £1,800,000. I will through at 1,800,000. Sold to you, Maria, 1,800,000 to paddle 7030. Lot 17, the Fini. Beautiful work which has been requested for an upcoming exhibition by the artist, which is shown behind you, to be held at the Palazzo Reale in Milan next year, and within a frame which was designed by the artist. And we should start you at 320,000, 350, 380,000, at 380,000, 400,000. With you, Patrick, at 400,000 from the client advisory department in London at 400,000, and 20, of course, and 50 at 450. Back here at 450,000. With Patrick's phone against you in the room, and ahead of you online, 480,000, new place with Julie Vial. 500,000 with the gentleman here in the back. 550, 650. At 650, we can try 680 if you wish. At 650, yes, 680,000, 700,000. Are we sure? We can try 720,000. No, at 720,000, back with Julie. What do we do? 50? At 720,000 with a lady, against both of you, gentlemen. At 720,000, are we sure? It's right here, if you want to have a last look at it. At 720,000. Last chance, and selling to Julie's phone for 720. No regrets, 720 then. To paddle 850. On to lot 18, the Antonio Oba. And let's start here at 45, 55, 60,000 now, at 60,000, at 60,000 pounds, at 60,000, 65,000, of course, 70,000, 75,000 with you, Peter, at 80,000 with Catherine, at 80,000, at 85,000, 90,000, 95,000, 100,000, against both of you with Catherine's phone, at 100,000. At 110,000, back with Peter. No, at 110 for you for now, at 110. Would you like 120? At 110,000. At 110, it is for you then, and selling against you the room with you, Peter, for 110,000 pounds. Last chance at 110. Sold to paddle 827. On to lot 19. The Lynette Yadom Boachi, lot 19. And let's start here at 450, 80, 500,000, at 550,000 with Edmond Francais, at 550, of course, at 550, 600,000, and 50, at 650, right away back with you, Edmond, at 650, and selling for 650. Are we all through in the room? At 650. At 650 then, with you, Edmond, and selling at 650,000 pounds. Last chance, Rebecca, at 650. 650, Edmond. To paddle. I look at the other side, it's even better. I guess it's going to be 7018. Thank you, Christian. Lot 20. Lot 20, the Polar Rego. Beautiful subject shown here on the screen, which was withdrawn. Thank you, Nick. I was testing you. On to lot 21, the Degas coming from the Fritz and Lucy Jewett collection, shown on the screen. And here, thankfully, such a fantastic pastel. Look at this freshness, which was in the same collection for over half a century. And we should start here at 220, 240,000, 260,000, at 260,000 pounds only, at 260, at 320,000 right away with Olivier Camus, at 320, and I can sell it for 320. 350,000 with a connoisseur in the room, at 350 now. In the room, at 350, at 350,000. It is here, 380,000 in a new place, at 380, would you like four? At 380,000. With Anna Maria Celis, and 400,000 back with Olivier, at 400, at 400,000, and 20 ahead of Anna Maria, at 420, back with the gentleman now, against both of you, I'll take 450 from either of you, at 420 now, 450,000, at 450, at 450,000, from the Jewett collection at 450, 480,000, 470, if you wish. Next would be 500, Anna Maria, 470, yes. Next would be 500. At 470,000, it's against you now, back in the room. Would you like to bid? 500,000. At 500,000. And 20. At 520. And 50. Look at it. At 550. At 550,000. One more, 570 if you want. At 550, 570,000. 600,000. 20 at 600,000. We try one more? And 20. 650,000. I thought it was champagne. At 650. At 650. 80. 670,000. 700,000. Come and see it, come and see it. At 700,000. With Anna Maria, at 720 and 20. At 720, back in the room. At 720. And 50. At 750 now. One more, a last one, just pour la route. At 750. Look at it. One last try. At 770,000. At 770,000, it's 800,000. You're pretty close. You're pretty close. At 800,000. 820, and then we're done. Thank you so much for your support. It is for you, Anna Maria, at 800,000 pounds. Bravo, Anna Maria, paddle 804. A wonderful purchase, a wonderful work. Merci, bravo, bah oui. Lot 22, the early Van Gogh portrait of a woman shown here, coming from the collection of the artist Kuno Amiet, and for which we have an estimate of 1.2 to 1.8, and we shall start here at 800,000 pounds and 50, 900,000, at 900,000 pounds now, at 900,000. At 900,000 pounds, it's against all of you, and 50 with Catherine Arnold, at 950,000, at 950, 1 million, 1,100,000, back with Catherine now, at 1,100,000. At 1,000,001 now. It is with you, Catherine, and selling the Van Gogh against all the telephones here. 1,200,000 in a new place. With Imogen Care, the head of the sale in New York. 1,250,000. At 1,250,000, we'd like 1,300,000. At 1,300,000. Would you like 1,350,000, Catherine? At 1,300,000. Against you, Sarah. At 1,300,000 with Imogen Care's telephone. And against you online, at 1,300,000. At 1,300,000. Still with you, Imo. At 1,300,000. It's now or never for the Van Gogh. Shown here, Catherine. At 1,300,000, last chance to the room. At 1,350,000 in a new place. With Olivier Camus at 1,350,000. 1,400,000. At 1,400,000. At 1,400,000. It's back with him, Olivier. It's against you. At 1,400,000, one more. At 1,450,000. 1,500,000. at 1,500,000. No, it is for you then, Emo, at £1,500,000 and selling to Emo's phone at 1,500,000 to paddle 848. On to lot 23, beautiful Spilliard, shown here, 1908, the cover of the Catalogue Raisonné, a superb work. And we should start you at £500,000, at 550,000, 600,000, at 650,000 with Edmond Français, at 650, at 650,000 now. With Edmond's telephone, at 650,000 pounds for the Spilliard, at 700,000, at 700,000 now, and 50, at 750, at 750. It is here with you, Edmond, at 750,000 pounds. At 750 against the other phones for 750. Is that a bid? 780,000. No, at 780 with you, Peter, against you, Berthold, and selling then for 780,000 pounds. Sold to you, pal 888. The Hammershoy, lot 24, shown behind you, ladies and gentlemen. Here in the room, an early work from 1895. And let's start here at 400,000 and 20, 450,000, 480,000, at 480,000 now. At 480, 500,000 with you, way in the back, welcome. At 500,000, seated in the back, at 500,000 pounds. In the first place, at 500,000 and 50 with Alistair. At 550, we'd like 600,000. At 600,000 now. 650. Would you like 7? 700,000. 750,000. Would you like it? 800. 850,000. 900,000. 950. Would you like $1 million? At 950. It's back up front with Alistair. 980, you said? 980,000. 1 million. At 1 million. We can try 1,050,000 at 1 million pounds. It's back here up front. Are we sure? For the Hammershoy, going to Alistair's phone, no regrets. At 1 million pounds. Last chance to the rest of the room. At 1 million pounds. Selling to you then, Alistair, to paddle 803 for 1 million. Lot 25, the Rodin, Le Baiser. And let's start here at 500,000, 550,000, 600,000, at 600,000 pounds for the Rodin. At 600,000. At 600,000 pounds for the Rodin bronze. At 600,000. It's ahead of you here at 600,000. At 600,000 pounds. Any more? At 600,000. Last chance online for 600,000 pounds. At 600,000. At 600,000. Against all of you, at 600, 650,000, at 650, at 650,000, 700,000 now. At 700,000. No more? It's against all of you here. For the Rodin, Le Baiser, at 700,000 pounds, against you, Anthea, at 700,000, and against all of you here, no, for 700,000 is a pass at 700 onto lot 27, the Hans Harp, shown on the screen. And let's start here at 280, 300,000, at 300,000, 320. It's lot 27 on the screen. Lot 27, the Harp, lot 27, and there we go, and 300,000 at 300,000 and 20, at 320,000, at 350,000 now, at 350, at 350,000 now. It's against all of you in the room and online at 350,000. And against the phones and against John and Maria at 350,000 pounds. Last chance at 350 for the harp is a pass. Onto lot 28, Le Corbusier, the property of a lady, 1937. Beautiful work with a superb surface online. And let's start here at 1,700,000, 1,800,000, 1,900,000, at 1,900,000, 2,000,000, 2,100,000 with you, sir, at 2,100,000, at 2,100,000 with the gentleman standing, at 2,100,000, at 2,100,000 with the gentleman for the Le Corbusier, at 2,100,000 in the room, against all the telephones for 2,100,000, and it is for you, and selling at 2,100,000 pounds for you, sir. And your paddle was something like 191. Thank you very much. On to lot 29, the Magritte, Le Grand Style, shown here. Thank you, Olivia. 1952. And let's start here at 550, 650, at 650,000, at 650,000, at 700,000 with you, Catherine, and 50, 800,000, at 800,000. Back with you, Catherine, against you here, at 800,000 with Catherine's phone. 850,000 with Michel Marcord now, at 850, the head of sale here, at 850. Would you like 900, Catherine? At 850 in a new place, at 850. One more, at 850, 900,000, and 50. At 950. 1 million. $1,100,000. At 1,100,000. Back with Mish. 1,150,000. 1,200,000. And 50. $1,300,000. At $1,300,000. At $1,300,000. $1,400,000, and I'll take $1,450,000 if you want in, because the bidding here was started just before by Nick Finch, so I have to be fair. At $1,400,000 in the room, $1,450,000, $1,450,000 against you in the back, $1,500,000 at $1,500,000 now in a new place in the back, at $1,500,000 against you, Mish, Zin, and you, Catherine, at $1,500,000. $1,550,000, $1,550,000. Would you like 1,600,000? Would you like 1,600,000? At 1 million, no, at 1,550,000. Are we sure? It's back here with Zenli's telephone at 1,600,000. And 50. $1,700,000. And 50. $1,800,000. $1,900,000. $2 million. $2,100,000. At 2,100,000. Would you like 2,200,000? No, at 2,100,000. Thank you, Michel. With you, Zin, at 2,100,000. No regrets at the back. At £2,100,000. with Zin's telephone and selling at £2,100,000. Fair warning, it's still time, go for it. At 2,000,001. Yes, I am waiting. I think at 2,000,001, Catherine, just say yes. At 2-1, with Zin Lee's telephone and selling. Do you want a third phone, perhaps? Sarah, try, no? Do you need some help? At 2,000,001. Catherine, no, with you Zin and selling for £2,100,000. Congratulations, paddle 862 for 2,000,001. Congratulations. On to lot 30. Lot 30, the Hockney landscape shown on the screen. And let's start here at 2,006,000, 2,008,000, 3 million. At £3,000,000, it's against you, Catherine, at 3 million. At £3,000,000, 3,002,000, 3,005,000. At 3,005,000 now. At 3,005,000, 3,700,000 now. At 3,007,000, against you here. At 3,007,000 for the Hockney. At 3,700,000, ahead of you here. 3,009,000 or 4? 3,008,000 with Christian Albu. At 3,008,000 now. At 3,800,000. At 3,008,000 with Christian Albu's phone. At 3,800,000, Catherine. At 3,008,000, what are we doing? At 3,008,000, it is with Christian's telephone, ahead of you here. At 3,800,000, last chance, Catherine, give me a hint. At 3,008,000, sold to paddle 843. On to lot 31, the Boetti Mappal, lot 31. And let's start here at 1,001,000, 1,002,000, at 1,200,000 now, at 1,200,000, 1,003,000, 1,004,000, at 1,004,000 now, at 1,004,000, at 1,400,000 now. It's against all the telephones. 1,005,000, at 1,005,000 with you, Catherine. At 1,500,000, it was already at 1,500,000 with Catherine at 1,500,000, but I'll take 1,600,000, Bea. At 1,500,000. 1,600,000 with Bea Ordovas at 1,600,000 now from our Madrid office at 1,600,000. 1,700,000. At 1,700,000. Back with Catherine's phone. Bea. One more. At 1,700,000 with Catherine. Fair winning to the room for the Mappa. 1,800,000. At 1,800,000. One more. 1,900,000. At 1,900,000. It's ahead of you online at 1,900,000. At 1,900,000. No, it is for you then, and selling the Boetti for 1,900,000 to paddle 7008. Lot 32, the camouflage. And let's start here at 180, 190, 200,000, at 200,000, 220,000 with Alessandro at 220,000, at 220 with Alessandro at 220,000. It's against you here at 220, at 220,000 and selling against you in the room for the camouflage, last chance online at 220,000 pounds, last chance at 220. Sold to paddle 7009. On to lot 33, the Kusama Infinity Nets. And let's start here at 400,000 and 20 and 50 at 480,000, 500,000. Back with you, Alessandro, at 500,000 and 50, 600,000 at 600,000. Back with Alessandro for the Kusama at 600,000. 620,000 with you, Bea, at 620 now. At 620, Ale, che facciamo? At 620 then, with Bea, and selling ahead of you here, the Kusama for 620,000 pounds. Last chance on the phones at 620. Sold to paddle 821. On to lot 34, the Robert Ryman, shown here. Thank you, Peter. And let's start you at 450, 550, at 600,000 pounds, at 600,000 for the Ryman, at 600,000, at 600,000 pounds, ahead of you here, at 600,000. 650,000, welcome back, Maria, at 650,000, 700,000 now, at 700, say 50, either of you, at 700,000 now, 750,000. No, back with you, Maria, at 750. And selling for 750,000 pounds. Fair warning on the phones here. At 750. Going to Mariela's is 800,000 with Sumi at 800,000 pounds now. With Sumiko Roberts' telephone. And 50. $900,000. And 50. $1 million. At $1 million, with Sumiko Roberts' telephone. Would you like 1-1, Mahia? 1,050,000. Next would be 1-1, Sumi, with Mahia's phone otherwise. 1,000,001. And 50. At 1,150,000. One more, Sumi. 1,200,000. And 50. $1,300,000. At 1,300,000. With you, Sumiko. Thank you, Maria. And selling the Ryman for £1,300,000. To you, Sumi. 1-3 to paddle 849. Onto lot 35, the Guston medallion, lot 35, shown here. And let's start here at 420,000, 450,000, 480,000, at 480,000 for the Guston, at 480,000, head of you online, at 480, at 480,000 now, at 480,000, with you in Michigan, at 500,000, at 500,000 now, online, at 500,000. It is with the online bidder, at 550,000, at 550 now, at 550,000, it's ahead of you online, at 550, at 550,000 pounds. Any more in the room or online, at 550,000 pounds, no regrets online, at 550 or in the room, at 500 and 600,000. At 600,000, no, it's back with you then in Michigan and selling for 600,000 pounds to you online at 600,000 to paddle 3036. Onto lot 36, the Baslitz shown on the screen. Lot 36, and let's start here at 380, 420, at 420,000, at 420,000, at 450,000, 480,000 now, at 480, 500,000 with Alessandro, at 500,000 right away. It's with Alessandro now against you, at 500,000 for the Baslitz, at 500,000 pounds. 550,000 in a new place with Claudia, at 550. The new telephone at 550 now for the Baslitz, at 550. At 550. It is for you at 550. At 550,000 with Claudia Church's telephone against you, Yuge and Renato, at 550,000 pounds. Last chance in the room at 550. Sold to paddle 854. Yeah, continue. Okay. Thank you, sir. Lot 37, the Günther Uecke, shown on the screen. Lot 37. Please note that this lot has now been financed by a third party who may be bidding on the lot and may receive a financing fee from Christie's. And we shall start here at 320,000, at 320,000, 350,000, 380,000, 400,000 with Sarah Friedlander, at 400,000, at 400,000 pounds, at 400,000 pounds with Sarah Friedlander. In the first place here, at 400,000 pounds, 420,000 with Utah, of course, from our Zurich office, at 420, and ahead of you online, 450,000. It's 450 now. Next would be 480 at 450. At 450, back with Sarah Friedlander. One more, Utah. 480,000. It's already ahead of you online. With you at 480,000 in a new place. Against both of you now. At 480. At 480,000. It is with you online at 480. No, at 480 then, it is for you online and selling the Uecke against you in the room at 480 to paddle 3047. The Annie Morris, lot 38. Lot 38, and let's start here at 90, 110, at 110,020 with you, Victoria, of course, at 120,030 in the room, welcome, at 130. At 130, it is with you seated, 140,000 online, 150,000 back in the room, against you online, at 160,000 on a new phone. We'd like 160, 160,000 in the room ahead of you online, at 170,000 online now. Would you like 180, 180,000? At 180, with you, at 190,000. Welcome, madam, at 190 against the three of you now. Would you like 200? 200,000. Would you like 220? At 220,000. 240,000 at 240. Are we sure? At 240,000. With the gentleman in the back, you can try 250 if you want. At 240 for the Annie Morris, with you and ahead of you online, with the gentleman seated in the back, at 240,000 pounds, selling to you then against the phones at 240,000. Congratulations, it's for you, and your paddle was number 7. Thank you, sir. On to lot 38A, the Chris Ophélie is withdrawn. Is it? Is it? Yes or no? No. Nick Finch. At least it keeps us on our toes. It's very good. Lot 38A. And we have Christian, who is about to faint. Look at him. I mean, you know. And so let's start here at 240, 60, 280, 300,000 at 330, at 330,000 with Christian Albu at 330,000 now, at 330, and I can sell it at 330 with Christian's phone at 330 against you in the room and online at 330 against all of you here at 330. Just say something. At 330 with Christian's telephone, still with you. Would you like 350? It's now or never. And selling against you, Stephanie, at 330,000 pounds. Going to you then. I know she lost her phone, but I think, you know, at some point, the show must go on. At 330, I think she's giving up. It is for you, Christian. At 330, to paddle 70-15. On to lot 39, the Jade Vibe With Me, and let's start here at 280, 300,020. At 320,000, at 320, 350,000 now, 380,000. At 380, at 380 now. At 380,000. So ahead of you here in the room. At 380, 400,000 with you, Annabelle, at 400,000. At 400, and selling to Annabelle's telephone for 400,000 pounds. Last chance online for the Jade at 400,000. Going to you 400 to paddle 856. On to lot 40, there's Sean Scully. Lot 40, which is going to show up on the screen. Lot 40, and let's start here at 450, 480, at 400, 500,000 with you, Xenia, at 500,000 with Xenia, at 550, at 550 now, at 600,000, back with Xenia, against you in the room, at 650,000 in a new place with Anna Touzin, the co-head of sale here, at 650, at 650. No, it is for you then, with Anna's phone at 650,000 pounds, against you online at 650, fair warning, and going to Anna's phone at 650 to paddle 801. On to lot 41, the Richter, beautiful Richter shown here, lot 41. And let's start here at 1,000,001, 1,000,002, at 1,200,000, at 1,000,003 with you, back with you, Victoria, at 1,000,003, at 1,000,003 with Victoria's telephone, at 1,400,000, 1,500,000, at 1,005,000, back with you, Victoria, at 1,005,000, and selling the Richter against you online, on the phone, in the room, at 1,005,000 with Victoria's phone, at 1,500,000 pounds. No regrets for the Richter. At 1.5, sold to you, paddle 7021. On to lot 43 for the Beckman. Lot 43, shown here. And let's start here at 350, 380, at 380,000, 400,000 now, and 20. At 420 for the Beckman. That's against you here. At 420, at 420,000. Any advance, about 420. It's against you, Maria and Fulk, at 420,000 pounds. Last chance, Utah, at 420 is a pass. Onto the Chagall, lot 44, La Mariée Jaune, shown here, 1957. And we should start you at 850, at 850,000, 900,000, and 50, at 950. At 950 for the Chagall. It's against you online at 950, at 950. At 950 then, any advance at 950 for the Chagall. Against you, Maggie, at 950. Last chance, Keith, at 950. You're out, and it's a pass onto lot number 45. Beautiful picture, this portrait of a girl, Renoir, shown here on your left, ladies and gentlemen, at King Street. And let's start here at 950,000, 1 million, at 1 million pounds, 1,100,000 with Joanna, at 1,100,000, 1,200,000, 1,300,000, back with Joanna, at 1,003,000. It's here with you at 1,003,000, at 1,300,000. For the Renoir, at 1,300,000. Are we sure? At 1.3 then, it is for you, and selling at 1,300,000 pounds. Last chance at 1.3 to paddle 7012 for 1.3. On to lot 46, the Pesaro, coming from the collection of William and Laura Buck, shown here, Brouillard et Ragny. And let's start here at 350,000, at 350, 380,000, at 380,000 pounds, at 380,000, 400,000 of course, at 400, at 400,000. It's against you here, at 400,000, at 400,000 pounds. For the Pesaro, 420,000, at 420, 450,000, at 450. One more, at 450. At 450,000 pounds, last chance online, at 450. Fair warning, Olivier, at 450,000 pounds for the Pesaro is a pass. On to lot 47, the Berthe Morisot, Fillette au volant. For this pastel on paper, shown here with Olivia, and we shall start here at 240, 60, 80, 300,000, at 300,000, at 300,000 now, at 300,000, at 300,000, 320,000, 350,000, at 380,000 with Michelle McMullen. No, it's with Michelle already, at 380,000 with Michelle McMullen, co-head of sale here, and selling for £380,000. Fair warning to the rest of the room. At 380, are wheeled through online or in the room for the Morizo at £380,000. It is going to you, Michelle, to paddle 7017. The Polar Rego, lot 48, Nativity. And for this work, let's start here at 180, 190, 200,000, at £200,000 only, 220,000 of course, at 220, it's against you online, at 220, at 220,000 now. For the Polar Rego, any more in the room? At 220, are we all through on the phones? Orlando? No? At 220 then, it's a pass at 220. Until at 49, the Allison Cats, about 49. And let's start here at 20, 30, 40,000 with me in the book at 40. At 40,000. It is here with me in the book at 40. At 40,000. Against you at £40,000. It is here with me in the book at £40,000. Any advance and selling otherwise to my absentee bid at £40,000. Are we all through on the phones or in the room? At 40,000. At £40,000. It's still time. At £40,000, then going to my absentee bid at £40,000. At 40,000, yes or no? Selling now to paddle 1004 for 40,000 onto lot 51, the Neo Rao. And let's start here at 150, 60, 70, at 170, 180,000 with Anna Maria. Sell it right away at 190,000, 200,000, at 200,000. Back with you, Anna Maria. At 200,000, ahead of you here. At 220,000 in a new place, of course. At 220 now. With Nina, at 220. It is here. At 220, yes, for you. 240,000 with Dirk Ball. At 240 now. Against both of you. At 240 for the Neo Rao. At 260,000. With Josephine at 260 now against the three telephones at 260,000. At 260 now, coming back Dirk at 280. At 280, would you like 300? At 280,000 against the three of you. At 280, Nina, was machen wir? At £280,000. Josephine, one more at 280. At 280 then. 300,000 with Josephine Banek's telephone from the Paris office at 300,000 against you, Dirk. Noch einmal, 320,000. No, at 320 then, with you, Dirk, and selling at £320,000 to paddle 885. Onto lot 52, the Glenn Brown, beautiful work, 97, a clash of symbols, and let's start here at 550, 650, 700,000, at 700,050 with Catherine Arnold, at 750,000 with Catherine, at 750 for the Glenn Brown, at 750, it is with you for now, at 800,000 with Marielos, no, at 800,000 in a new place with Marielos' telephone. And selling for 800,000 then, against all of you here, at £800,000. Sold to you to paddle 853. On to lot 53, the Hernan Bass. And interest here, of course, at 150, 220, 50 with me in the book already, at 250. At 250,000 here in the book, at 250 against you online, at 250, at 250,000. At 250, would you like 280, either of you? At 250, it is with my absentee bid here in the book and selling otherwise at 250. 280,000 in a new place with you, Maggie, at 280. at 280,000 now. Against the three of you, with you, Maggie, and selling for 280,000 pounds. At 280 with Maggie's phone, at 280 then. At 280, selling to Maggie's telephone for 280. Are you coming in? No, at 280 then. Quickly, Claudia, just say yes or no to your client. You say, are you bidding? Is that a bid, Joseph? We have three phones waiting at 280,000. Still with you, Maggie. Thank you for your patience. We're going to have to sell it at some point at 280,000 pounds. Against you, Claudia, Joseph, Connor, Josephine, and Maria for 300,000 with Connor Jordan in a new place. Welcome, Connor, at 300,000. It was worth the wait. Claudia, Maggie, Utah, perhaps, not if you liked? No, at 300,000. With you, Connor, at 300,000. Maggie, you come back. And 20. At 320. Back with you, Maggie. Thanks, Connor. And selling for 320,000 to paddle 815. On to lot 54, the Nicholas Party landscape. Lot 54. And let's start here at 758, 59, 50 already with me in the book at 950,000. At 950 for the party. At 950, it's ahead of you online. At 950 for the Nicholas Party. At 950, any advance? At 950, and I can sell it here to my absentee bid. At 950, fair warning to the phones. At 950,000 pounds, last chance online. At 950, sold 950 to paddle 1003. The last lot of this evening's sale, ladies and gentlemen, lot 55, Damienhurst Assumption, lot 55, and let's start here at 350, 80, 400,000 and 20, at 420,000, of course, at 420, at 450,000 with Anna Touzin, at 450, at 450,000 with Anna Touzin's telephone. At 450, at 450,000. With Anna Touzin's 480,000 back with Christian Albust's phone. At 480 in a new place, 500,000. At 500,000. Back with Anna. One more, Christian. And 50. At 550. One more now. At 550, 580,000. At 580. 600,000. And 20. And 50. At 650. Would you like 680, Anna? 700,000. At 700,000. Still with you, Anna, at 700. Christian. With Anna's phone. And 20. And 50. At 750,000. The last lot of this evening's sale with Anna. Thank you, Christian, and selling to you for 750,000 pounds. Sold to you 750 to paddle 810. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And we will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you. Thank you, sir.